almost coach up.
They call it over.
Oh. Was it a minute 30, hour 30?
Mama said it's so tough.
The what? What happened? What? That's so tough. You should avoid talking about it. You should avoid talking about it. Unless she talks about it.
Like my schoolmates are just crazy. Some of them are just crazy.
Tell it to my audience.
He was like, he should come with his girlfriend. So, you fought it.
Yeah. It's for your own good.
Dave, you know what should just give you?
Let me help you.
To do what?
To dress better. What color you wear? Don't match. Don't match.
He was like, you should come with his girlfriend here. I said, I'm gonna ask my husband.
Hell no.
And like, come 2 bottles, we get drunk.
Oh, hell no.
We wake up the next day. I'm like, wake up the next day. There's nowhere to sleep, first of all. Nowhere.
Broke nuts.
Okay, so it's fun talking to them.
Hmm?
So it's fun talking to them.
So Chrissy sent me CapCut. There you have it, self-care funny. Let's see. She says. What she said.
Maybe it's not important.
Reverend Terry Anderson.
Yeah.
On the dry cleaners. And that was when I was growing up a teenager. My father owned the dry cleaners. And there was a lady named Mrs. Fontenot who did his alterations. And she was an older white lady, real sweet lady. And my daddy and her were friends, and she did his alterations. And one day my daddy sent me over there to bring some alterations. And Miss Fontenot's husband was a fierce racist. I can talk about them because they're dead. All of them I'm talking about today. He was a staunch racist. He couldn't stand where a black person passed. He hated black people. But my father and his wife had a business relationship. And she would do his alterations and he'd pay her. She wasn't doing it for free. He would pay her to do his alterations. So my daddy sent me there to bring some clothes. And when I would just walk in the door because Miss Fontenot's door was always open because she was expecting me because she did my daddy's alteration. So I just walked in the door and Mr. Fontenot was sitting in there with an old friend of his who was just as no good as he. And he said, boy, where you going? And I looked under the sofa. And I raised up something from this table. He said, what you doing, boy? I said, I'm looking for that boy you're talking to. Because I was about 17, 18 years old then. I was smelling myself. I said, I'm not a boy. And if I was, I wouldn't be your boy. And then he cussed me out. And I went home and told my dad. My daddy said, he did what? He said, get in this car. We drove to Miss Fontenot's house. And my daddy pulled up and opened the door and went in and said, Mr. Fontenot, my boy said you called him out his name. Let me tell you something. This Houston Anderson's son. And the things he said you said to him, say to me. And he said, no, sir, no, I didn't mean no harm. He said, yes, you did. He said, now, I've had a business relationship with your wife for years, and I don't have to bring my clothes here for them to be altered. But if you get out the way with my boy one more time, it's going to be me and you, and more me than you. And I stood 10 feet tall, standing behind my dad. Say it again. You don't know who my daddy is. Somebody ought to help me lift this up. Houston Anderson was my daddy. And I stood behind him and said, you say it one more time. My daddy don't take nothing from nobody. That's my daddy, Houston Anderson. But help me to bring that up to my real daddy. When the wicked, even my enemies, and my foes come upon me to eat up my flesh, my daddy says, leave my boy alone. Anybody here knows that he that dwells in the secret place, I wish I had a Bible reader, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
Huh?
Your sister sent you someone
Yeah.
for when you're going through the 5 countries, the 6 countries.
My dad can stand up and fight for me. Reverend Anderson. Yeah. What'd you say to my son? Say it to me. Whatever, bro. Eat back so what then you turn around and attack up for not being here. Can't be real about this. Let's keep it real. That's not even one. We're all boys club. About what you were done like that. Freedom Georges for sale. For housing. 6 settlements. I'm still ever. But look at that. Let's see what they're doing. She attempted living charges. Attempted living. Attempted. You should get attempted on living charges. I don't know. People. Yes, Chris Rock. Black on white violence. Get the wrist shorter. Twist and turn. Dark light. Sick of the blacks. It's hilarious. Israel? He runs for Israel? Is this coincidence?
To the final.
Freaking Israel.
200 meters.
He's a runner?
It's been very interesting. Big breakthroughs. Over 400 and 800 at these championships, including those championship records tonight. The times haven't been that fast in the 100 and 200, and maybe the new spikes playing a bit of a part in that in some of the longer events. But we're still on distance. Jaime Sancho on the outside for Spain. Then Alessi Afrifa of Israel, the defending champion. Personal best of 1996 when winning World Under 20 gold. Dentato then of Italy, their Under 23 champion this year. On to Igor Bogaczynski. Bronze medalist a couple of years ago at these championships. Cappelletti, second of the Italians, was an Under 20 Rio medalist 4 years ago. And then two Swedes, quite impressive to see them in this final. Dennis Pill, four-time Swedish champion, and Erik Erlandsson, who was fourth at the European Seniors last year in Rome. Timo Spearing then on the inside. Peel, Cappelletti, Bogaczynski, Dentato, Afrifa. So you can hear that pitter-patter picked up by the effects mic as they push on through this bend. Afrifa in the Navy of Israel, going strongly here. He has a clear advantage. They're trying to close. Dentato is fighting here still and still. But Afrifa does do it. 2063. And there is another nonchalant response as he walks up the track. He meant business there. 2064 on the clock. It didn't have to be quite that fast. Not as lethal as some of those 400 times that we've seen. Dentato, 2069, he was really closing on Afrifa. Before that, no medals. Now
he barely won. What the heck? What the X is this? Jaeger. Did she win?
So our final track relay medalist, Fabian Honka, the previous Swiss indoor champion, and one of two Swiss athletes going in this. Will history be rewritten in 7? Emmanuel Edu. Meters. Keep your eyes on Henrietta Jaeger, who has started very quickly. Success Edouard moving well as they come around the bend and into the straight, and it is the Brit who leads. And she has distance ahead of her, but Jaeger is coming back and she's fighting. Will she get there? Edouard leads. It will be tight on the line. Jaeger goes down. Lindell is there as well. Well, it was so close. A dramatic end to the day. Success Edouard takes the gold. A season's best. 22:74. And with Henrietta Jaeger stumbling over the line, the wait continues. She holds her chest. 22:78. She can't do the double, but she takes 2 medals, smashes a championship record, once a gold, once a silver in the space of 3 hours. That is talent. Nora Lindahl, the 2023 European Under-20 champion, stepping up an age category and taking a bronze medal. But Success Edouard, it was superb 200-meter racing, quick out the blocks. Had the...
Lindo,
been years since she left. She hasn't shown any signs of coming back.
Top 5.
People don't know. She's a nice tracker and she knows it. She'll come. She'll come.
The booger.
Well, this started as a simple friend ad campaign.
Never doing this
What's up, family? We got a man on social media who claims that he took every single DoorDash order for 12 hours. They say he started around 8 a.m. and he ended around 9:15 p.m. Dude said he, after wear and tear, insurance, gas, all of that type of stuff, his expenses, he walked away with $215. $215. Question: who amongst us is cool with that number? You know, he said he roughly worked about an actual 9 hours and 56 minutes. He took 3 breaks, 3 30-minute breaks. 3 30-minute breaks. No, usually on the job you get only about 1 30-minute break. And then I think some jobs still do an hour, I'm not sure, but you get at least 1 30-minute break, right? 2 maximum. He got 3 30-minute breaks, gave himself 3 30-minute breaks. He made $215, and he actually was working for
Hustling for
9 hours
24
and
hours.
56 seconds, although he was on
Hustling
call
for 24 hours.
12 hours. So, who's down with that? Who's cool with that? Are those good numbers? There are a lot of people in the comments like tearing him up, like, man, you don't get a job, you get a real job. Hell no, that's not enough money. The dude's like, man, I'm tired. You see, my car needs a tune-up, and I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. Who cool with those numbers? Give me a thumbs up if you're cool with the numbers. Thumbs down and say, nah, man, nah, it sounds like a rip-off. Somebody need to get paid. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Check it out, fam. When I did the math, that comes out to about, I give or take, around $20 roughly an hour. About $20 an hour. Most people don't make that kind of money an hour. And you're talking about $20 an hour for untrained people. You do not have to be trained to be a DoorDasher. What they call them, dashers. You don't have to be trained to be a dasher. $20 an hour. That's pretty decent. Now, the biggest problem with what he does is he's putting a lot of mileage on his car, a lot of wear and tear on his car. 200 miles, he said he drove in those 12 hours. Or in those 9 hours, about 10 hours. He drove 200 and I think he said 50 miles or something like that. That is a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. And when you look at it like that, you have to consider, is it really worth it? You know, $215? Is that worth putting 250 miles on your car daily? That's a lot of miles. He said that the biggest tip that he got was $14 and some change. The smallest tip that he got was $3. I think that's fair. He said he got $3 for a Starbucks order. I forgot what he said he got that 14 for, but I think he said 14, 15 was his biggest tip. I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam. I couldn't do DoorDash myself, even if I wasn't who I am and do what I do. I just couldn't do DoorDash simply because there's too many weirdos out there. People are crazy.
Too many weirdos out there.
Shoot you. Yeah,
What country is that?
Pull up in the wrong driveway, they'll start shooting. Yeah. So I just wouldn't be comfortable doing a job like that. Because there are people out there who think that they have some type of stewardship over black bodies specifically.